So we got some spoilers for upcoming Boruto episodes. Also, the recent episode was episode 33. There's a spoiler there, but obviously the episode aired, so kind of no spoiler there. So I just want to talk a little bit about the latest episode and kind of the future of the Boruto anime as it stands right now, for the most part for the next month of episodes. Episode 33, honestly, it wasn't all that much. I felt entertained by it. It was basically focusing in on Inojin, Sai, and Ino's son, and him having problems using his jutsu, kind of learning a very valuable lesson, which is a shonen lesson that nobody want to fucking hear about. If you've seen plenty of shonen regarding that, your ability and everything you do, it has to be, it's no good unless it's surrounded by love and friendship and caring and all that shit. So the episode, I was entertained. I thought it was okay, but on a grand scale, it was really nothing. And honestly, episode 33, you could totally pretty much skip it unless you want a little bit of character development for Inojin, Sai, and Ino's son. But then again, who knows how relevant this guy is gonna be in the future of Boruto, because if Boruto's anything like Naruto Part 1, you're gonna get all of these characters, kind of get invested in them, and then as it goes along, you're not even gonna see them really. So I'd recommend skipping 33 again if you don't really care about Inojin. It was a nice little heartfelt episode. I liked some of the moments. I like seeing Sai, but and I could probably trail into a whole different discussion leading off of that side point, but it is what it is. Again, let's just talk about some of the upcoming episodes after episode 33. So Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, episode 34 on November 22nd, Starry Night. Boruto says that the phantom fish has an unforgettable taste, so in order to catch Engoi fish, Boruto asks his classmates to go camping with him. Boruto thinks that perhaps this would be a good way to make one final memory with his classmates before they graduate, and so they try to catch Engoi. Honestly, the episode sounds like straight filler, sounds like something that, unless you're a hardcore Naruto fan or you really digging Boruto, it might be entertaining, but once again, it doesn't seem like it's really worth anyone's time like that. It's like camping, the graduation part sounds exciting, but it's not like they're graduating in the episode or anything like that, because once graduation happens, that's when they'll actually be full on genin, and we won't really have this classroom classmate bullcrap anymore. They'll actually have to get serious, and I think that's one of the elements of why a lot of people aren't really messing with Boruto like that. A lot of people are just shitting on Boruto and saying it's crap or whatever, is simply because it's missing one serious element, being serious. It doesn't feel like a threat. Like when we got the Sarada Den stuff, everyone was glued to the Boruto anime, right? Everybody was excited. Why? Because it was serious. We had a serious threat. The Shin guy, he stabbed through Naruto. Sakura actually had to get serious for once out of hundreds upon hundreds of episodes. It got serious. Other shit is just like them dicking around, and it's like a slice of life anime, and that's not what a lot of people signed up for Naruto back in the day, and they didn't want to sign up for Boruto for that. So episodes like 34 or even 33, people are not digging it because it doesn't feel like what we want. It just feels a little bit like ugh, and I understand they're trying to get a new audience. You got a great audience back in the day when you created Naruto. How about making episodes or content similar to that and get a new audience that way, not trying to do this way? Because it's like, so what, when it gets serious, those people that they signed up for these Himawari gift episodes or episodes like this, going camping, they're gonna be like, hey, I want more camping episodes. I don't want serious ninjas killing each other. You get what I'm saying? But then we have episode 35 of Boruto, Parent-Teacher-Student Meeting on November 29th. Before the graduation exam, a parent-teacher meeting is held to review every student's future path. Even though he had excellent grades in ninjutsu, Boruto was worried since he was troublesome in class and wasn't on the right track to become a proper ninja. By chance, Boruto meets Suke, a free journalist, before the graduation exam. Feeling that his future as a ninja is at risk, Suke gives him some advice. If you know anything about journalism in the Naruto world, or if you've seen the Boruto movie, this might not end too well, or it could be a precursor, and this could actually be a good journalist, which sets Boruto off to trust people that are like journalists and stuff like that. So who knows? Again, this episode doesn't really sound like much that's going to make me run out and say, oh, I can't wait for this episode. It's once again leading into graduation, and there's still, based on this episode, an exam to come, a final exam. So they're really stretching out this before becoming a genin stuff, and why? I really don't get why. When, I mean, I know they're trying to stay as far away from the manga as they can, because the manga is just like a few chapters after the movie stuff. It's probably like 5 or 6 chapters at most of stuff that happens after the movie ended, but do some interesting stuff. Give them some missions. Do something. Just graduate already. We don't want to see shit like this. Personally, I don't. That's not what I signed up for Boruto for. Don't get me wrong. I knew we were going to have some of this stuff. I didn't think we'd be 30-something episodes in. Still, they haven't graduated. That is terrible pacing. And aside from Sarada Gaiden and some episodes here or there, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And episode 36, graduation exam begins on December 6th. Graduation exam finally begins. After finishing the first obstacle, the written test, Boruto moves on to the practical exam, and the exam was the 6 Hokage Kakashi's 3-man team Bell Steel type battle against the academy teachers. Honestly, that's the only interesting sounding episode out of all of these, and that's because 1, of course, it's the graduation exam. 2, because of Kakashi's bell thing. We love the bell thing. That's something that is very, nostalgic, so to see them have to go through it. Personally, I think against Shino, I don't think Shino, well then again, Shino is kind of strong, especially in comparison to these kids. So that's going to be the most interesting episode out of all those episodes, between the one that just aired, episode 33 with Inojin, and all the other ones, the camping episode, the journalist episode, all of those episodes. This is the only episode that actually sounds entertaining and exciting. Call me an action junkie if you want, oh, that's the only episode that has action. It's not about action. If there was some, adventure or something like that in there, but it's not. A lot of these episodes just feel like straight up slice of life, and I'm just not that excited for them, you know what I mean? Kind of curious what a lot of you guys think about the Boruto anime as it stands right now, regarding these spoilers as well, and what we've had. Again, we've had some solid stuff. I think even the Sumide arc, that was actually pretty good in comparison to some of the other episodes. Like, the Sumide arc was good, it was alright. The Sarada Gaiden, best arc out of everything we've had in the entire series. Then the Hidden Mist Village field trip arc, that was okay. But episodes like this, when we get 4 episodes in a row, 5 episodes of just straight what it feels like filler, But again, I'm kind of curious you guys' opinion on the Boruto anime as it stands right now. The exam thing, it seems as though once we get past the exam and we graduate completely from this, then the anime is going to take off. But then at the same time, we still have to go into the Boruto Naruto the movie stuff, which it could be interesting because I've heard that there's going to be a lot of changes. Tonetti is going to be apparently involved. A couple of other things are going to happen that is going to be different. So it could be an interesting thing, and it could even be more exciting than a lot of these episodes, even though it's stuff that we've already seen. If they do things differently or in a different manner, it could be actually genuinely exciting. So your thoughts on that? Do you think after we graduate from the academy and become Genin that the series is going to get a little bit more interesting because we'll have missions, we'll be able to see cooler things? Or you think that revisiting Boruto Naruto the movie stuff afterwards still isn't really all that exciting to you? And are any of those episodes from the upcoming month or so's worth of episodes enticing to you? Do you want to see Boruto and the crew camping? Do you want to see a journalist talk to Boruto about his examinate? Is there anything there? I mean, again, the Bell stuff, which is very reminiscent, and I'm glad that they're doing that. It's a passing down of the tradition, and the 6 Hokage Kakashi, of course, it would be nice to have his little exam in place in there because he was a big deal to the village. He was the 6 Hokage. And again, your overall thoughts of the Boruto anime as it stands right now. I really want these kids to already graduate from the academy and become Genin. It's that's where hopefully it's going to change from being this kind of slice of life anime that every once in a while has a cool arc to, oh, okay, this is the successor as far as story goes and as far as characters go to Naruto. I want that, please and thank you. But that's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and do a little stalking on my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember, anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.